Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of The Corner Store. This is a very special edition of The Corner Store, and this is gonna be a tough episode for me because, this is gonna be unfiltered. I'm not gonna edit any of this. This is just you guys are gonna get it straight out the heart. This is just me straight out the heart. This is my I don't even want to say reaction, but this is my This is the first time I'm talking about this. As you guys seen, I haven't posted anything on Instagram or any type of social media. I'm also under the weather too, so it's alright. But last night, well, no, I don't want to say last night, but yesterday afternoon, I took my brother to his school, Buffalo State University, and on the way to Buffalo, I'm driving and he tells me, "Hey, Kobe died." I'm screaming at him like, "Nah, that's not true. That's not true." I'm looking at my phone. I'm trying to see if ESPN or Bleach Report, because I see that TMZ put it out, and you can't be trusting TMZ and stuff. I refresh it. I see I received the news about Kobe Bryant dying. Kobe Bryant passing away in a helicopter crash. I also that messed up my mood, right? And then later on, I go and see that his daughter Gigi passed away in the plane crash as well. This episode, I'm not gonna talk about Kobe Bryant, the athlete, because everybody knows about Kobe Bryant, the athlete, all the points he put up, all the championship rings he put up. Me personally, today for this episode, I'm gonna talk about Kobe Bryant, the man, the husband, the father, the role model, what Kobe Bryant meant to me. And I want to put this out there first. Kobe Bryant was never my favorite basketball player. I can tell you guys this. These are my favorite basketball players of all time, right? But Charles Spiro at first, he was my favorite. Then after that went Jamal Crawford, right? And then here and there, I like Nate Robinson. But then at this present moment, my favorite basketball player is Carmelo Anthony, who has a lot of similarities to Kobe Bryant. But if you guys ever see me play basketball, if you guys ever watch me play basketball, just understood where I came from as a basketball player, and I'm not an organized basketball player. I just play basketball for, recreationally. The one move everybody always says, hey, stop Gerald, stop Gerald. The only thing he got is a fadeaway. Where did I get that fadeaway from? Well, one day, I believe I'm 5th grade, 6th grade. I can't shoot over everybody, right? About maybe 4'6", maybe 4'6", but I'm going against maybe 13-year-olds that are 5'7", 5'8", right? How do I do that? Well, I'm watching Kobe doing his turnaround with the little shimmy, turnaround fade, and I'm like, hey, let me put that in my repertoire. So that March, I started that March. I don't know what year that is. So I'm about 6, 7. No, I'm in 5th grade. So I'm about, what is that, 10? So around 4th, 5th grade, I just recently got a basketball hoop in my backyard, right? And then I made sure that whole spring, whole summer, I perfected the turnaround fade. So when September comes or whenever it's time to play basketball at gym, I can do that turnaround fade and it's unstoppable, right? Kobe taught me that. I studied Kobe. I looked at his footwork, everything. Kobe, to this day, I still use that turnaround fade, and that's because of Kobe. I try to learn his reverse pivot leaner. He'll pretend he do the turnaround fade, but the defender would be in the spot. Reverse pivot to leaner. not only I'm not only going to talk about that, basketball wise, what Kobe has helped me with. I believe throughout the ages from basically the start of puberty, right? As a boy trying to become a man, you have your father. For the people that have had their father, you have your father there for inspiration. But then, like especially being a black man, a black boy, you look for other role models in your life, right? Because like the old saying says, a village raises a kid, not one person. Kobe taught me things that life lessons. Kobe taught me things life lessons, which I'm gonna expand on a little later with why this tragedy is like extremely painful to me. Kobe had the Mamba mentality. What does that mean? What is the Mamba mentality? The Mamba mentality to me means that until the job is done, you do not take your foot off the gas. Something I know I've always been can't think of the word, but I've always been subject to. So for example, right? Something simple like school, right? I'll get 100 on a test, on like a phonics test or whatever. This is like going back to fifth grade or whatever. I get 100 on a test. I'm like, damn, I got 100 on a test. But the job ain't finished. I got 100 on the phonics test. I didn't get the 100 on the math. I didn't get the 100 on the spelling. I didn't finish the year with hundreds. Mama mentality to me is until the job is completely finished, you don't rest anymore. God didn't rest up until the seventh day when he saw everything was good. Kobe, up until the end of the season, up until the end of the 2015 season, 2016 season, I apologize, 2016 season, he didn't rest. Kobe was Kobe from the moment he got drafted back in 96 to now, to 2016. 20 years in the league, Kobe Bryant was. Kobe taught me also, so what you did this, so what you did that. There's someone that's doing that has been doing that, and he's doing more than you. It's up to you to make a change, right? Kobe taught me that. Kobe, learning about his work ethic, learning about he'll wake up at 3 a.m. He'll get a helicopter to get to the facility, bring the helicopter back so he could go and bring his kids to school. That's work ethic right there. That's him becoming the best player of our generation, the best player that I've ever seen. That's Kobe Bryant. Kobe has taught a generation how to play how to function in society. Nothing in society is given to you. You need to work and work and work at everything you get to get in society. That's what Kobe did. Kobe has always been the constant professional. And Kobe never cheated you. Kobe, and I want to remind the people that, like I said, Kobe's never been my favorite player. But I knew when Kobe was in the building against the Knicks, I knew, excuse my language, but shit was about to hit the fan. I knew shit was about to hit the fan. Because that's the respect that Kobe he garnered. That's the respect that he received from the NBA. That's the respect that the fans gave Kobe. With Kobe, you always knew that he's gonna do something magnificent in that game. Another thing with Kobe that he taught me this later in his career, like around 2013, 2014, after the Achilles injury. So so around that time, the Lakers went from Steve Nash, Dwight Howard to trying to get a big three together. Well, technically a big four because Pau Gasol was still there. To becoming more young. So they had Kobe Bryant basically play the point guard. I believe Mike D'Antoni did. Mike D'Antoni had Kobe Bryant playing the point guard, a position that, if you listen to the stereotypes of Kobe Bryant, you always hear that, oh, the only button that Kobe Bryant has on his controller is the square button. The only, when players say, oh, I was open, Kobe be like, yeah, how come you didn't get the rebound? During that stretch, I don't have the stats completely. See, I don't have no notes, so I'm just this like off my head. This is like straight. Kobe was averaging 10 assists a game, something that people said that Kobe would never do. He would never average 10 assists a game. Kobe was getting 10 assists a game. He was getting double doubles to help his team win. Kobe went from where in his younger days he was like, okay, forget the team, I got to do this myself, to, hey, I'm gonna bring in the team. I'm gonna galvanize my troops together so we could win this basketball game, so we could try and make the playoffs. He gets hurt later in the season, so that's the reason why the Lakers didn't make the playoffs. But that shows you what type of person Kobe was. Kobe, he was so cerebral. Because he knew Spanish, him and Gasol had a way to communicate on the court, which other players on the other side of the court, on the opposing team, did not know like what the hell they were talking about. A pick and roll, they're talking about a simple pick and roll, and on the court, the opposing opponent would be like, what the hell are they talking about? That was Kobe. Kobe was so maniacal in a way. I remember one of my favorite stories, and this is a recent story that came up, was about him and Michael Jordan, actually. So Michael Jordan, he's with the Wizards. Michael Jordan talks he tells Kobe, because at this time Kobe's he just lost his he didn't lose, but he got rid of his Adidas deal, so now he's just wearing sneakers and he's wearing Jordans, right? Because Kobe idolized Jordan. If you guys watch Kobe and you guys watch Jordan, it's mirror images, split mirror images of each other. That's the reason why I believe Kobe is one of the GOATs in our game. But Kobe, they're playing. Michael Jordan and Kobe are playing, and then Michael Jordan says that, "Hey, you could wear my shoe. You could wear my shoes, but you could never live in my shoes." What does that mean? You could. It's all right to wear my Jordans, but just know you're never gonna be like me. That's what Michael's gonna say. Kobe took that and didn't say nothing. They played Washington. I believe Gilbert Arenas says, this is the story told by Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas says that they played Washington. About 2 weeks later, Kobe drops 55 on them. Remembering what Michael Jordan said, he dropped 55 on them. That's the type of opponent Kobe was. Kobe made sure that he'll study opponents time and time, study Tracy McGrady time and time. Studied people like Tim Duncan, studied people like, oh, okay, this guy, he's efficient in his right, and then sometimes on his left, he needs to get to a certain spot to use his left. That's how cerebral Kobe was. Kobe he taught you like how to be a professional. Kobe taught you. The reason why I say that, because a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, in his younger days he was such a sore loser and all that stuff. But what about the 2008 finals, right? Kobe gets blown out by 39 points. He stood on the podium. He was talking to all media. He was answering all the questions. But that was motivation once again. He fueled the 2009 and 2010 championship seasons with that. Kobe, you cannot, everything Kobe has done, especially me, I'm 23 years old right now. Everybody who's around is they're 23 or around that age has and loves basketball has learned something from Kobe Bryant, either indirectly or directly. Like I just told you guys, my turnaround fade, the understanding of being in he called it a muse cage, which is I just explained it actually, which is basically you're in a zone, and the only way you get out that zone is once you acknowledge the accomplishment that you have. So, like I said, going back to the test analogy, if I don't acknowledge that I got 100 on that test, and I'm like, okay, this is whatever, this is not good enough, I strive, I keep doing the same things to get hundreds in other tests for other subjects, not only the same subject. Only you, nobody else, only you could get yourself out your muse cage. This is what I got from what Kobe, all of Kobe's interviews and everything. Only you get yourself out of your muse cage because you acknowledge a little feat. So I'll put it in a basketball text. Your first time playing, I guess, high school basketball, you drop 8 points, and you're down by like maybe 2, right? But by you acknowledging your 8 points in your first basketball game, you're more happy, and you're like, damn, I dropped 8 points. I dropped 8 points, instead of saying, okay, I dropped 8 points. My team is still losing. That's keeping yourself in the muse cage. The part where I dropped 8 points, but my team is still losing. Getting yourself out the muse cage is, I dropped 8 points. Damn, I'm the greatest player of all time. It doesn't work like that. Kobe, like I said, he's always been the constant professional. Kobe is literally the only person, because I wasn't born for the Michael Jordan, when Michael Jordan was killing the Knicks left and right. Kobe's the only person that, like, he comes to the Garden, I'm like, oh my God, why is Kobe here? Why is Kobe here? To hear about his passing, like, I'm doing this right now, and like I don't believe it's true, to be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm still in denial. I haven't accepted it. I feel like Kobe's gonna pop out of nowhere, him and Gigi, and everything's gonna be all right. Everybody has their time, right? But there's some people in life that you just don't think they're gonna pass away before you. Like Kobe's a guy that I studied from him. I pay attention to everything he says. I I try to watch all of his podcast interviews. I try to watch all of his interviews. I try to watch his game. I try to like visualize. I try to think of Kobe Bryant, like back in the day, like when I was in high school or in grade school. I try to do the gum like Kobe Bryant. I try to like put my neck out like this to like pretend my Adam's apple was out here the way Kobe Bryant is. I try to walk like Kobe Bryant. I try to do that. I try to bite my thing like Kobe Bryant. I try to do everything like Kobe Bryant when I'm trying to get in that, well, what I later find out is the muse cage, to keep myself focused. Kobe just, like I said, it's not about basketball Kobe anymore. Like Kobe, yes, like he showed me how to play. He showed me how to get buckets at a high level in basketball. I appreciate Kobe for that. But it's more about life lessons that he taught me. Like lessons that I'm still learning now. Like he talks about one of his biggest interviews. I believe I was watching can't remember the pod. Oh, his Quentin Richardson and it's Quentin Richardson and his I forget the name, but it also goes back to motivation, right? And then finding motivation within I guess a lost cause or something. So he talks about the 1998 All-Star game, right? George Karl, I believe he's at that time, George Karl was the head coach of the Seattle Sonics, doesn't play Kobe Bryant in the fourth quarter. Kobe Bryant says in the name of the podcast is the Knuckleheads podcast, right? Kobe Bryant says in the Knuckleheads podcast that he made sure that George Karl does not win a series ever. If he plays George Karl, he doesn't win the series. He made sure of that. Tell me tell me how Carmelo feels with that. But that's just one of the many examples he's had. That's one of the many like knowledgeable things that he's put. And then the best thing that Kobe has done, right, is that the type of preparation he's put into the game of basketball, he's put that in his creative side, in becoming a writer and becoming a producer. And the most important thing Kobe has done after his career has basically, to me, this is why it hurts so bad that Kobe is gone, is that his mission and his goal was, his mission and his goal now was to teach the younger generation about what I believe is the most important thing when it comes to sports. Sports is so parallel with real life. A lot of people don't understand it, but sports, the people that play sports or watch sports understand. Sports in real life are the same thing. One of my favorite examples about sports. One of my favorite I guess examples when it comes to sports, right? Whatever sport you play, basketball, football, baseball, whatever sport, you could work so hard, blood, sweat, and tears, work 100%, do everything by the book, and still end up losing the game. You hear about NFL players talk about, yeah, we had a great week of practice, where we prepared, where we understand the game film, and they lose. But it's not in vain. Losses are not in vain. Losses are just lessons at the end of the day. Kobe Bryant, with his children's books, were trying to paint that picture. Another thing I love with Kobe Bryant, I was gonna get one of his books, by the way. I don't know why I didn't want to get his books, but in hindsight, I guess it was a bad idea. Kobe did something that is like amazing. One of his first books, I forget the name off the top of my head, but it's a picture book basically, right? One of my reasons to wanting to read early in life was first of all, it was because of sports. I only wanted to read sports because I remember back in the day when I always get the newspaper early in the morning, and then I wouldn't even look at the front page. I'll turn the newspaper backwards and then go to the sports section. I'll try and read what's going on with the Knicks. I'll try and read what's going on with the Giants. And then I remember, like, in the column, right, it'll be like a little spot, right, especially for the Giants. It'll be like St. Louis Rams at New York Giants on Fox at 4:15. I'm around 4 years old at this time, right? And because of that, looking at the pictures, and because I wanted to see that, I wanted to know what's going on. I made sure I practiced reading to understand what's going on with my teams, understand what's going on with the sport, understand everything. And Kobe Bryant with coming out with books about first of all picture books, because the picture books, a lot of people don't like books because they're just wordy and nobody likes that, right? Kobe Bryant comes out with basically an autobiography about his game. It's basically every still picture of Kobe Bryant, and then he explains what's going on in his head. That's intriguing as a reader. You see a picture of Kobe Bryant, and then you want to know, hey, what was Kobe Bryant thinking at this point? What was Kobe Bryant thinking here? What was Kobe Bryant thinking there? That shot was amazing. How did Kobe Bryant do that? But and Kobe tells you in a very detailed, proper way. And then after that, he goes the children route. He's setting up basic basketball stories, but more so sports stories and relating it to life. Goes back to my point. Life and sports are parallel. They're the same thing. They run the same course. Now I want to talk about one of the other victims. I also want to say the only thing about this whole tragedy I know is that Kobe Bryant and Gigi passed on. I did not want to know anything else. I do not. I still don't care. I don't want to say care. I still do not want to know anything else. The only thing I want to know is that Kobe Bryant has passed on. Gigi has passed on. The other 7 victims has passed on. May they rest in peace. And that's it. I don't want to know how it started. I don't know. I don't want anything. I don't want to know nothing about it. I just want to know those things. I want to sleep well knowing those things. I don't want to be tossing and turning and be like, what if, what if, what if? I want to go to Gigi. Gigi, 13 years old, was looking like she was the one that has the Kobe love of basketball. Like Kobe's love of basketball. Okay, like Gigi had it. Gigi, because of Gigi, Kobe went back to starting watching basketball. Kobe did detailed on ESPN Plus, but he really wasn't trying to do basketball. He was trying to focus on his books, his story writing, and producing another short story film for kids, right? But it was because of Gigi. Because Gigi was a fan of Trae Young. Because Gigi wanted to understand what's going on here. Gigi told him asked him to get NBA League Pass. Gigi and Kobe started going to different basketball games to see different players. She was in Brooklyn earlier this year. And to hear that she passed on, that really hurt. Like, when I say that really hurt, that really hurt. Yeah. That RPGG. What I really feel, the people I'm praying for the most are Vanessa and the children. The other 3 girls. To know that your father and your sister is gone, to know that your daughter and your husband is gone, and something so tragic as that. Vanessa, I don't know if you're ever gonna see this or whatever, but I'm always gonna have you. I'm gonna have you and your family in my hearts. I'm always gonna pray for you guys. Like, I've never seen Kobe Bryant real life. I mean, technically speaking, we've been in the same area. I guess I was driving on the Van Wyck, and he was at the U.S. Open this summer. But other than that, I never met the man. But Kobe. I was telling one of my friends, right, the other day, yesterday actually. I was telling my friend that Nipsey's death hit me because I understood what Nipsey was doing. I appreciated what Nipsey was trying to do for my people. But I grew up with Kobe. Kobe is like a brother. Like, it's like losing a close family friend. Like, I never understood when people said that they're in denial of someone dying. But, like, as I'm speaking to you guys right now, I don't believe it. Like, it's hard. Like, I'm watching videos, I'm seeing pictures of him, but I just don't believe it. I don't know how. I don't know. It's just tough. Kobe taught us Kobe to me is the closest thing to a perfect basketball player there is. Kobe is the closest thing to a perfect person that there is. Like I said, he wasn't my favorite, but he's someone that I admire. Someone that when he spoke, I had to listen. Like it wasn't like I listened. I had to listen. I'm like, damn, Kobe's talking. This is gonna be junk. And maybe not now. I'm gonna I'm taking a break from anything Kobe for now. Like I said, like I don't believe it. Like I don't want to believe it per se. I guess I think I put that in my head already. I don't want to believe it. Like, but Kobe's he really is like the perfect role model. That's all I can say. Kobe really is the perfect role model. If you want to do anything in life, you watch a couple Kobe videos. Like I said, I don't want to believe it, so I don't want to watch anything Kobe Bryant. I'm talking to my mom today. I talked to one of my friends today. It just when I talk about Kobe, I just start to like. It's like I lost a family member, and like me and Kobe not related, nothing about that. Like I said, I've never seen the man in person, but I grew up with him. I grew up with him. I was watching him on ABC 3:30 back in the day when I didn't have cable. I was watching him TNT when I was in my teenage years. I seen his last game. You guys remember Kyle, Tank, Logan, Los, Papa. You guys remember that time? He dropped 60. Kobe is a role model. Kobe has dropped so many gems for us to pattern our life towards his thinking. To be honest, to be 100% honest with you guys, one of the reasons why I do this podcast is because, and this is this summer, right? So I started this podcast about a year ago. The first couple episodes I didn't put out because I was a little nervous or whatever, and then I put out a couple episodes. I think I stopped around like the Eastern Conference Finals, right? And I stopped putting out episodes, and then I end up seeing that Kobe's doing a lot of podcast episodes as a guest, and then it put in my head I was like, hey, if I work hard enough and I make my name out there, there's a buzz. Maybe one day I could get Kobe to come on to the corner store. Maybe I can't get Kobe onto the corner store anymore in the flesh. But I know now Kobe's spirit, Kobe Bryant, the spirit, the angel that we have finally gained. Gigi, the angel that we have finally gained. I know that they're in the episodes now. Like in this episode, I know they're here right now. And it's weird, a lot of people don't believe in stuff like that, spiritual and all that stuff. But I feel them. Like, I haven't cried yet because I guess I'm admiring the man. I'm not harping on the death. I'm celebrating the life. Like I said, Kobe Bryant. That's my guy. Kobe Bryant's my guy. Kobe means a lot. Man. He means a lot, not only to me, but a generation of wannabe basketball players like myself, a generation of pro basketball players. You see Trae Young, you see everybody. Kobe. Yesterday feels like it didn't happen. Yesterday feels like a blur. Yesterday The world stopped yesterday because of Kobe Bryant. That's how much impact Kobe Bryant had on the world. And we're gonna miss seeing you, bro. We're gonna miss seeing you, bro. Gigi, you is gonna be something special. You still are something special. You are an angel. You'll always be an angel. You always have been an angel. And I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't have any other words to say besides we appreciate everything you've done, Kobe. Kobe, you're an angel, man. Watch over us. Watch over everything. The game is not. Well, the game hasn't been the same without you since 2016. But thank you for instilling the knowledge that you have. Like YouTube is the most beautiful library we have in this world. And because of you willing to open up and give us a couple of your secrets, we have your formula forever. We have the things that we need to do to become just like you. Like I said, you I believe alongside of Michael Jackson are the closest things to perfection I have seen in my life. I have seen. I'm not gonna speak on anybody else, but I feel like I have seen. Kobe, you will be missed, but you're not gonna be missed because at least I know you'll be by my side. I was literally seeing a purple and gold lighting just a couple minutes ago. Number 8, number 24 forever, man. Kobe Bryant, you're the GOAT, man. You're the GOAT. I wish I had you on here, but it's alright. I feel like you're here right now. And I guess on that note, hey, the corner store, I'm Joe Cadet, and I'm out.